got this. Let's roll.
Fight fire with fire, take one.
Have you been injured in an accident and need righteous representation? Call us, because we fight fire. Damn thing ain't working.
Whoa! Not cool, bro.
I'm Attorney Coy Browning. Personal injury is no joke. Just ask him.
Injured? Take a breath. Call Coy.
Check out the soaps, bath bombs, and other bath and body products, all made by hand with natural ingredients at Hub City Soapery. Visit us at 1092 North Verdon Boulevard in Crestview or shop online at hubcitysoapery.com. Hub City Soapery.
This is Tiffany Woodham, State Farm's newest agent in Crestview. I'd like to personally invite you to stop by my office for a no-cost policy review. Let me help you start saving today. Call in, walk in, or click in at yourcrestviewagent.com.
Alex Barthay from the UPS store once again, and I wanted to let you know about our Sunday hours. We're open now 7 days a week. Normal hours that you've been expecting, but now we're open Saturday 10 to 4, Sunday 10 to 3, and it's both our Crestview, Fort Walton Beach, and Eglin Air Force Base locations. So you have things to do, go and do it. Just know the UPS store is going to be here. Again, Sundays 10 until 3 p.m.
For years, I proudly served Florida as a state trooper. During that time, I investigated over 1,000 car, motorcycle, and trucking crashes. My mission was simple, to help the victims. Now, as an injury attorney, I can do even more to help accident victims. Hi, I'm Attorney Coy Browning. If you've been injured in a car accident, I'd be honored to help you. Call or visit us at browninglawfirm.com.
Hi, I'm Wanda Roberts. For the last 20 years, I've been helping the residents of Northwest Florida buy and sell their properties. My office is just 1 block south of the courthouse in historic downtown Crestview. Give us a call at 850-398-5389.
Hi, I'm Michael Gilbert, defense attorney with Warrior Law. I represent those accused in Santa Rosa, Okaloosa, and Walton County. If you or anyone you know has been accused of a crime, give us a call. We can help.
The Cottage Formalware, located at 648 North Wilson Street, has all your needs for looking your best. We have homecoming, prom, and pageant dresses. We have tux rental suits, vests, ties. Need something casual? We have that too. Shop Hometown First and visit us on Facebook at the Cottage Boutique and Formalware. We're located at 648 North Wilson Street. Call 850-682-2446.
Hello, this is Chris Norman at Bulldog Bail Bonds. Our office is in Crestview, Florida, but we service 7 Northwest Florida counties. If you ever find yourself in a jam, please give us a call. We're here to help you out.
Congratulations, Crestview's very own Dixie Dan Powell of Powell Injury Law, for your recent jury verdict of $11.5 million for your client from a death and injury against an inflatable amusement company. Recognized in 2017 as one of the top 100 civil trial lawyers in the state of Florida, and Dixie is AV preeminent rated. Dixie Dan Powell works tirelessly for his clients, as is evident by this extraordinary verdict. If you're taking your case to trial, be prepared. Contact Dixie Dan Powell and Powell Injury Law, 850-306-2667.
Back Home Bakery Cafe is 2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestview's historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items, and we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., serving lunch from 11 to 2. We hope to see you soon.
Hello, I am Bonnie from Body Be Healthy here in Crestview. We have been serving the area since 1999. We're an alternative health food store. If you're interested in bettering your health, we'd like to invite you to stop by. We're located in Court Plaza. Stop by and let us help you be healthy.
I'm Amanda Gaskin with Pretrial Realty. Helping qualifying heroes save money is my passion. When I help a hero buy or sell a home, they receive a check from Homes for Heroes. Check out amandasheroes.com for more information.
For more than 70 years,
Mr. Weinstock, you can come forward.
Your Honor, I've made multiple calls to all the numbers that I have, and I got no response.
Okay, well,
So-
there's a capias, so you don't have to do anything further.
All right, sir.
You're good.
That's all I have.
Thank you. Ms. Graham, you want to?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
I apologize, I was in a couple different courtrooms today, so if I
That's all
wasn't
right.
here earlier.
No, you don't have to apologize.
Thank you. First, I have a Shamari D. Lone, case 24 CF 476, who's present and approaching. I believe the state has an announcement on this matter, Your Honor.
Your Honor, at this time, the state will dismiss this case.
Very good. The court will note the case as being null pros. Thank you. You're excused, sir.
Next, I have Cameron Grant in case 23 CF 2206 and 23 CF 2221. I'm not sure if he's here yet, Your Honor. He's traveling from out of state. We have a resolved plea agreement prepared for today, if I may recall that when he arrives or get an update on his status.
That's fine.
Thank you. And in case, I have Jennifer Hall in case 23 CF 1218. I've spoken with the prosecutor, and we'd like to keep this on for a plea or continue for your next court date.
For the docket day?
Yes, Your Honor. Without subpoenas. And what date is that?
That is the 17th, which is a week from today. 6/17 and 9/8.
Is that correct, Ms. Shepard?
Yes, 6:17.
And next I have Michael Knox in case 24 CF 57, who's present and approaching. Your Honor, I did follow up with the state to receive additional zip packages of discovery, and he does have a misdemeanor case. I'd like to continue this matter and hope to resolve both of them and get an update.
Very good. This is a relatively recent case. We'll continue until 8/12 at 9 a.m. August 12th.
Thank you. And next I have Keontae Pride in case 23 CF 326. We have a waivers on file for this, Your Honor. This case involves multiple co-defendants. I've been in touch with the state. Some new information has come to light with FDLE, kind of changes the course. If we could continue this matter so we can address that and decide how to proceed from there. I believe there's no objection from Ms. Sharpless.
There's no objection. Your Honor.
So, because we announced last, everything was set to go, and then new information came in, what?
I believe we indicated that we were waiting on FDLE that day that it was coming, and we didn't have it at the time. So that's...
And Your Honor, there was some discovery that I did resend because it was saying it has been sent, and Ms. Graham stated she didn't have it, so I resent it to her a different way.
So where are we at with this case and the others? I mean, we're a year and a half into it. Well, not quite a year, almost a year and a half.
Well, Your Honor, there also is that social media download that was large. So I believe that
Just trying to figure out where we're at.
They
with
have
this
all the
all.
information, Your Honor. We should be ready for trial.
Who's
in
they?
August.
Defense?
The defense attorneys.
Well, there was some delay in all of the attorneys getting the
understand.
information.
I'm just trying to figure out
right.
where we're at, so we don't just roll
Exactly.
the 2 months later, we come back and say,
Right.
continue, where are we at?
Ms. Sharpless is really good at getting that information to me because getting in on being appointed.
The only thing I would ask, and you know, these are complicated cases, obviously. There's a fentanyl trafficking case, over 28 grams, a very significant case. The only thing I would ask is that next cycle, you guys let me know where you're at.
Yes, sir.
With some, I mean, you've got the big download, you got the new information. Where are we at? Where are we at? Where are we moving for? How are we going to resolve this? When I say resolve, it's not necessarily a plea, but plea or trial. So where are we going? Okay,
Yes.
so we'll continue that until 8/12.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay.
And Last, I have Christopher Rogers in cases 23 CF 9938 and 23 CF 2466. We'd like to set that for plea or continue without subpoenas for your docket day, hopefully towards a resolution.
Okay. 617 and 9. Plea or continue.
Yes, Your Honor.
And that concludes my cases. Oh wait, I do have Mr. Grant. Is he here? In an abundance of caution, Your Honor, may I set that for a plea or continue on docket day, and if he appears, we'll recall it. We do have a negotiated plea that's been agreed to.
Hold on a second. State? So you have an agreement, basically, we just need to get him over here and get him.
I think that's fine with the state, Your Honor. She's already gonna be here on docket day. If we wanna leave it on docket day, Your Honor, I'll leave the offer open till docket day. And if he doesn't come, then we can issue a KPS, Your Honor.
And Your Honor, just for the court's awareness, he is traveling from out of state. He did call last night on Sunday evening saying his mother was having surgery, so he had to get a different transportation. So he was on his way, my understanding, but thank you. We'll set that for plea or continue.
Okay, so we'll come back on 617.
And I'll be here for a little bit longer if he does show up, if we could do that.
Just wave at me. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. Is Christopher Crawford here? Who from the state is handling Nathaniel Gray? Attorney Crawford is listed as the defense counsel.
Michelle Sandler for Mr. Losco. Mr. Losco notes that there are 2 depositions left. One of them has to be done in the state of Michigan. So I believe this would be a continuance, but the state hasn't spoken to Mr. Crawford.
There wasn't a continuance on this case, was there? I don't know what to do on that.
Will we leave it set for docket day, Your Honor?
Okay. Maybe ask Mr. Losco to try and confirm with his co-counsel, because we're going to be issuing a capias if somebody doesn't do something. And also is Ms. Jordan Dixon for Defendant Guerrero here. Is Beatrice Irene Guerrero here?
Your Honor,
Counsel?
the defense attorney reached out to the state on Friday and had stated that they were filing for a continuance on that case.
Okay, filing for a continuance isn't a continuance.
I understand, Your Honor. I'm just advising you that's what the defense attorney had reached out to me stating.
Well, what is the state's position regarding
The
this?
state has no objection, Your Honor.
We'll continue this thing till docket day. And if you have a way to communicate with the attorney, tell the attorney somebody needs to do something. Is there a signed continuance, just by chance? Okay. 6:17.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, also need to bring something up to Your Honor because I know I'm going to forget. Justin Brown, who was represented by Mr. Weinstock, has now arrived. So I don't know how Your Honor wants to deal with that. I just didn't want to get busy with other stuff and forget that Mr. Brown has now appeared.
So he was gonna go call.
Okay. Well, I will try and make note of it here and please don't serve the capias until we get this squared away. Don't hook him up. Hopefully he can find his attorney, get this, because he said you all had an agreement, right?
We do, Your Honor. I had signed a plea agreement.
Okay, he still has to have his attorney to
Yes, he does,
assist
Your
him.
Honor.
Okay. Okay, so that's all the, one other is Lyle Mason here. Mason, did I pronounce that? The attorney? This is Jakeem Scott. Who's handling Jakeem Scott for the state?
Michelle Sandler for Noah Lasco. There's a deposition set in July. Mr. Lasco indicated he had no objection to a written motion to continue, but
Is there a motion to continue on that? When was it filed?
June 7th.
Court's going to continue this till docket day on June 17th. These will get some more information then. We have a couple of defendants that are here that are listed as having no attorney. So what I'm going to do is call you forward and talk about whether or not you need representation or where that's at, and kind of where your the status of the case is. There are different reasons why somebody might not have an attorney here today, but let's get these done so that you are not just sitting out in the audience without knowing what's going on. Is Jonathan Bowman here, if you'll come forward? Would the state announce this case?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Bowman's case is 24 CF 727.
And is there a reason, anything apparent in the files why he doesn't have an attorney?
Your Honor, he came to arraignments and he stated to Your Honor that he was going to hire an attorney. That's why I haven't made it.
Can I get one appointed?
You do have a right to have an attorney appointed. Okay. Court will appoint the public defender. You got to fill out the form.
Yes, sir.
And we'll come back, make sure and meet up with your attorney. We'll continue this matter until August 12th at 9 a.m. Okay?
Where do I turn this into, this form?
Down, the clerk's office, right on this floor. Just go down to the clerk's office, they'll tell you where to go.
All right, I'm giving them a card with my assistant's name, and so you'll fill it out completely before you leave the court and turn it in on the first floor clerk's office. Okay? Yes,
Your Honor, we're setting this case for August the 12th.
Correct.
Thank you.
August 12th at 9 a.m.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Meet up with your attorney in the interim, okay? Okay. Next is Tracy Brown. This is an out-of-state fugitive from justice. What's the,
Your Honor, that's 24 CF 433. Your Honor, the state is going to dismiss this case and file a no cross.
very good. And John Chapman?
Your Honor, that 23 TR 4932.
That's attached to something else, probably.
Yes, it is attached to a DUI case that Mr. Medina has.
Okay. Okay, we'll just deal with it when we deal with that. Ryan Koopman,
Your Honor, the state filed a no cross on the fugitive from justice charge on the 7th of June.
very good, thank you. Trier Crooks. Did I pronounce that name right?
No, that's all right.
How do you pronounce your first name?
I don't know, sir. It's a city in Germany.
You don't know how to pronounce your first name?
No, sir.
Well, what do people call you?
I don't talk to people, but I don't know how to pronounce my name, sir. It's a city in Germany.
Okay.
This is State versus Trier Stephen Crooks, case number 24CF 658.
Okay.
He's represented by Ms. Marcus now. She's just
Your Honor, I don't have a file or anything yet. I think I was
Okay.
probably appointed.
I just
Nope.
applied last week. So.
Okay, great.
Very good.
So
So
if we
we're,
can continue.
Ms. Farkas has been appointed, so you'll have contact information. We'll continue this matter until August 12th at 9 a.m. Continue this, okay?
August 12th.
August 12th, 9 a.m. In the meantime, meet up with your attorney. And I don't have a lot of rules in this court, but if I gotta wear this dress, you gotta wear long pants. Fair enough? Thanks. Okay. Grace Estrada, come forward, ma'am. Would the state announce?
Yes, Your Honor, this is 24 CF 836.
Ms. Farkas was also.
Ms. Farkas, this is your client as well. So I assume you've been recently appointed, so we will continue this matter until 8/12, August 12th at 9 a.m. In the meantime, meet up with your attorney and get together with her so you can talk about your case, okay?
I'll go, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
And Michael Fleming. State?
State versus Michael William Fleming, case number 24CF 508.
Is there a reason why you don't have an attorney?
Yeah, I just started working, so I'm trying to hire one.
You're trying to hire one?
Yeah.
Okay. Has there been a guilt, arraignment has already occurred, I assume?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay. You gotta move these cases. So you gotta get yourself an attorney. If you can't afford one, one will be appointed for you, but I'm gonna continue this, till August 12th for the next cycle. That's 2 months, give you plenty of time. Come back at 9 a.m., but try and get yourself an attorney and meet up with them before then, okay?
Yes, sir.
You think you can do that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We'll continue this matter until August 12th at 9 a.m.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Mr. Harper,
Your Honor, there is one more out of custody. I know he's not on the docket, but I know he is here, and Benchmark does have him set for today. It's 23 CF 1696. That's Darren Cuellar.
I'm sorry, what's the name?
Darren Cuellar.
How do you spell that?
It's Cuellar. Darren spelled Daren.
And the case number again?
23 CF 1696.
1696?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and who's he represented by, do you know?
He
Unrepresented?
had Mr. Medina.
Is Mr. Cuellar here?
Yes.
Come on up, sir.
He had Mr. Medina, Your Honor. Mr. Medina was fired, and he said he wanted to represent himself.
Okay.
We did the Ferretta hearing with him at the last court appearance.
Okay. So are you continuing to want to represent yourself?
I was just saying if they were I was gonna make a motion for dismissal, but if not, then yeah, I'm ready for trial.
Your Honor, if there's a,
What's the charges?
Your Honor, it is felony criminal mischief and trespassing.
Okay. So have you been in discussion? Are we gonna go to trial? What are we doing?
Your Honor, I do have a copy of the paper discovery from Mr. Cuellar. And I'm going to, if he'll hang out, I'm going to make sure that he has a disc with all the body camera that I currently have, just to make sure that he has everything the state has in its possession currently. Your Honor, the state's issued subpoenas and the state's ready for trial.
Okay. You good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, so come back next week. Docket day, 6/17, June 17th at 9 a.m.
To receive this?
No, that's just the next, she's gonna get you that information. Docket day is just a preliminary leading up to the trial.
That would
Okay?
be next Monday at 9?
That would be next Monday at 9. Okay? Morning, Mr. Harper.
Good morning, Judge. If I may start with number 108 on the docket, Roderick Alston. He is before the court on 24 CF 715. He is not present this morning, but I've received confirmation that he's actually in the burn unit in Canterbury. So there's a medical explanation for why he's not present in court today, and I do have confirmation of that. This is the first time up, Judge. I would ask to continue this to the next cycle.
Very good. We'll continue to stay 8/12. Was the state aware of this information?
I just became aware of it this morning.
Very good. Just want to make sure that, everyone's got the same information, so we can figure out where we're going.
The next one is Monica Arellano. She is present and approaching before the court on 24 CF 549.
Mr. Medina and Ms. Farkas, we're going to finish up, get as far as we can with Mr. Harper's clients, and then we'll be back at 1:30. You're welcome to stay, but I just didn't want you to be here thinking that we were going to call some of your cases.
Does the RCC think it'll take up the whole until 12:30?
Well, I mean, actually, we're on till 12, but
Oh, 12.
we'll go till 12:30.
Okay.
If
Mine will probably take about 10 minutes total, so I was hoping we could slip in, but we can't.
now, I'm open to doing either way. I didn't realize you had that.
I'd rather, just because people try to get to work for the afternoon, if I can get them.
Okay, well, we'll try and go as much as we can, get as many people done. Okay.
I'll try to be brisk, Judge.
No, just whatever.
This is Ms. Arellano. I announced the case already, Judge. This is the first time up. I'd ask to set this for 8/12. I think this is possible we can resolve that cycle based on the fact pattern.
Very good. The court will continue this matter until 8/12.
The next one is Stephen Arnold, number 110 on the docket. He is present before the court on 23 CF 1068. Judge, I did file a motion to dismiss on this case. I think we're just waiting on a hearing date. My secretary is attempting to do that this week.
Scheduling it?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Eileen is in the office, so y'all, I thought she wasn't, she'll be in all afternoon.
Yes, sir. In an abundance of caution, if we can just move this to 8/12, I think that'll probably be the last continuance.
Very good. We'll continue this till 8:12 and hopefully get the motion to dismiss before then. Okay, thank you.
Next one is Timothy Blankenship, who is present and approaching before the court on 23 CF 2351. Like the previous case, there is a motion to dismiss that is filed. I'm hoping to have that set this week for a hearing. In an abundance of caution, if I can set this for August the 12th as well.
State?
Your Honor, that's no objection from the state owner.
Court will continue this till 8:12.
The next one, Judge, is Thomas Brundage. He is present and approaching before the court on 23 CF 2614. Your Honor, based on the allegations here, and I've spoken with the state, if we can leave this set for docket day, they're going to attempt to make one last attempt to talk to their witnesses and victim in this matter, and this could be resolved on docket day.
Very good. So that would be for a plea or continue on docket day?
Yes, Judge.
Very good.
So next Monday, 6/17, 9 o'clock. The next one, Judge, is Vera Carroll. There's a waiver of appearance in her case, 23 CF 299. Judge, if we can bring her back on docket day. She is an out-of-state nurse, and I'm hoping to get this resolved on Monday.
Very good. We'll continue until 6/17.
The next one, Judge, is Marcus Clark, 23 CF 661. There's a waiver of appearance in Mr. Clark's case. We did do depositions, and during that deposition, we determined that there was a large amount of discovery that we had not obtained. I think the state has it, but it's so voluminous that they can't electronically send it to me. I think I have to physically go to their location and pick up all the, so I'm going to ask to move this to August the 12th, Judge.
State?
Your Honor, that's correct.
Court will continue this till August 12th at 9 a.m.
The next one is Tremont Coward. He is present and approaching before the court on 20 CF 2490, 20 CF 299, and 23 CF 52. Judge, if we can leave this set for plea or trial and bring him back on docket day, it's my understanding the state is electing to proceed forward on the violation of probation, and we can just get that scheduled for an evidentiary hearing.
Your Honor, that's correct. If the state will elect to proceed on the violations of probation first, if there's time on Your Honor's trial docket for us to do that, if we would come back and we can try to get that done. I know there was some information, I think the last time this was teed up for a VOP evidentiary hearing, there was some information Mr. Harper was going to get from his client. If he has that, if he'll please give that to me so I know I have a copy of that evidence.
Any reciprocal will be sent to the state this week.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. So we'll continue all these matters, but one of the VOPs will be the one that'll be up for plea or trial, but they'll all be continued, just run them together.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
6/17 at 9.
Thank you, Judge. The next one I have is Charles Crane. He is present and approaching before the court on 23 CF 2695. Judge, there is a mental health evaluation that is pending on this case, so I'd ask to continue this to the August 12th docket.
State?
Your Honor, that's my understanding as well. No objection.
The court will continue this matter until August 12th at 9 a.m.
Piece of my docket, August 12th. Yep. Okay. Yep. The next one, Judge, is Amber Gale. What do you think? She is present and approaching before the court on 23 CF 2809. I've met with Ms. Dale and discussed the facts and circumstances of her case, and I think that there's a motion that should be filed in this matter, Judge. I'd ask to continue this. I'll have that motion filed within the month and then set it for a hearing.
State?
The state has no objection, Your Honor.
Court will continue this matter till 8/12. If you'll just get that motion scheduled before then, we'll figure out where we're going with it next cycle.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
The next case, Judge, is Brianna Dixon. She is present and approaching before the court on 23 CF 2508. The state and I have discussed things and has conveyed to me an offer, an amended offer. I've conveyed that to my client. She just needs to consider this. I think we announced last time that this would be the last continuance, so we're going to leave this set for plea or trial, bring her back on next Monday, and it's quite possible we can come to a resolution. She is scheduled for an appointment this Friday, and we'll talk things out.
Very good. So we'll continue this matter until next week, 6/17, for plea or trial.
The next case is Jonathan Dodson, 23 CF 1719. Your Honor, Mr. Dodson was actually present, but he was quite ill. Security notified me of that he was quite ill. And so I'd asked to leave him for docket date, see if he's any better, and then leave it for plea or continue.
Come back on docket day for plea or continue.
That's fine.
6/17.
The next case, Judge, is Sherry Dorgan. There's a waiver of appearance in her case, 22 CF 2280. Judge, I think we're going to leave this set for plea or trial. We've announced last time. I'm still in negotiation with the states, and they've conveyed an offer to me I think that is non-incarcerative and to her benefit, and I'm hopeful that we can come to a resolution on docket day.
Very good. We'll come back on docket day 6/17 at 9 a.m. for plea or trial.
Thank you, Judge. The next case is Joanne Faulkner. She is present and approaching, 23 CF 2067. Judge, since the last court date, I had a conversation with her and appointments, and I think she's expressed some issues that I need to address, and I'd asked to continue this to do a deposition of a third-party witness. I need to provide that name to the state as well. So I'd ask to set this for August the 12th.
State?
No objection from the state, Your Honor.
Court will continue this matter until 8/12 at 9 a.m.
The next case is Candace Felton. She is present and approaching, 23 CF 1688. I spoke to Mr. Losco about this. I'm going to ask to leave this set for plea or continue, bring her back. Ms. Felton is going to provide some documentation to me so I can substantiate our position to the state and then go forward from there.
You want to come back for docket day or a full cycle?
I would like to come back on docket day because
Okay.
I think this needs to be addressed, Judge.
Okay, so we'll address it on 6/17, come back for plea or continue.
Thank you, Judge. Next Monday, you got to give it to me. The next case is Figueroa Diaz, number 123 on the docket. He is present and approaching, 23 CF 2512. With respect to this case, Judge, Mr. Figueroa Diaz was a victim in another case. And that particular case, that defendant was the victim in this case. It's our understanding that both parties are no longer wishing to pursue this matter. In fact, the other case has been dismissed in the interim. So I'm asking to set this for docket day for the state to look into this. I spoke to Mr. Losco about it. And if that's the position of the victim, we can come to a resolution on docket day. But I'd ask to set this for plea or continue.
Okay. We'll come back on 6/17 for a plea or continue.
The next case, Judge, is Trevon Fitzgerald. He's number 124 on the docket, 23 CF 560 and 23 CF 611. And Mr. Fitzgerald is approaching. This will be a plea. Mr. Fitzgerald is before the court on 23 CF 560 and 23 CF 611. This will be a withdrawal of his previously entered plea and a plea of no contest. With respect to 560, this will be a plea to a lesser included offense of trespass. With respect to 611, count 1 would be dismissed. Count 2 would be a plea to a lesser included offense of trespass. The sentence would be an adjudication of guilt, court costs in the amount of $270, and $150 cost of defense. And as this would be a plea to misdemeanors, there's no score sheet you may approach. Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Fitzgerald, would you raise your right hand, sir? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
So you heard your attorney state the terms of the plea agreement. I see those terms are contained in the written agreement that you've signed. So I just want to make sure you've reviewed this closely.
Yes, sir.
And gone over it in detail with your attorney.
Yes, sir.
Obviously, good deal for you. It's a lesser included. Allows it to be misdemeanors only, so there's a lot of accommodation on your behalf, so I understand that. Just want to make sure you do understand all the ramifications of this thing, because you are pleading to guilty to these 2 misdemeanors, and you are waiving some valuable legal rights, the right to go to a trial and contest all this. You believe this is in your best interest?
Yes, sir.
And have you had all your legal questions answered by your attorney?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Based upon that, the court will accept your plea on 23 CF 560. Defendant is pleading to the lesser included offense of trespass. And on 23 CF 611, count 1 is dismissed. And count 2 is pleading to a lesser included offense of trespass also. Both of these, there'll be an adjudication of guilt. You'll have, is the court cost $270 times 2?
Yes, I think because they're 2 separate court notes. It might be 270 on one and 220 on the other? I don't know. All right,
It'll
sorry.
be 270 on each.
Okay, so $270 on each, $150 of cost of defense. How long does he have to pay these?
Your Honor, if he could ask for 120 days.
Okay. So you got 120 days to pay these, and if not, it goes to collections. That's important, because if you don't pay them by then, they go after your license, and it's hard to live around here without a license.
Payment within 120 days.
Any questions?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much.
The next case I have, Judge, is Marquise Fonville. There's a waiver of appearance in his case, 23 CF 2231. Judge, I did speak with Mr. Losco, and if we can continue this, there are some depositions in this case that need to be done.
Full cycle?
Yes, Judge.
Full cycle till 8/12 at 9 a.m.
Thank you, Judge. The next case is Dennis Foster before the court on 22 CF 813 and 22 CF 2087. I did speak with Mr. Losco. We're anticipating going to trial with respect to 22 CF 813. Mr. Foster is not present. He's actually in the hospital. He's been in and out of the hospital, and I'm confirmed that he's actually been admitted. So I'd ask to leave this for docket day to see if his condition improves and he's in a position to go to trial. But I just wanted to let the court and the state know about that. I found out about it this morning.
Very good. And so we'll continue both of these for the docket day, 6/17 and 9 a.m.
Yes, sir. The next one I have is Tommy Gaynor. Judge, with respect to Mr. Gaynor, I just provided my contact information to him. He's before the court on 24 CF 516. I would ask for full cycle continuance so that I can make an appointment with him and discuss his case.
Okay, this is obviously a new case, so we'll continue at full cycle till 8/12 at 9 a.m. So you can be in contact with your attorney, okay? Thank you.
The next case is Andrew Garrett. Mr. Garrett is present and approaching before the court on 23 CF 2634 and 23 CF 2772. Judge, we have continued this so that Mr. Garrett can have his license reinstated. He's made significant progress on that. He anticipates that if he were to be granted one last continuance, he should have his license in hand and we can come to a disposition of all his cases, Judge. So I'd ask to move this to 8/12.
So we'll have a full cycle continuance till 8/12 at 9 a.m.
Right, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The next case I have, Judge, is Kathleen G. She is before the court on 20.
G or G?
G, G-E-E.
Okay.
She's before the court on 23 CF 1674, 23 CF 2204, and 23 CF 2565. Judge, I would ask for a full cycle continuance to do depots. I think we'll come to a disposition after the depots are completed.
State,
Your Honor, that's fine with the state.
court will continue this matter until 8/12 at 9 a.m.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The next case, Judge, is Tyrion Grant. He is present and approaching. He's before the courts on 24 CF 575. Judge, I've spoken to the states, and they've conveyed to me an amended offer to this matter. We have an appointment this Friday to discuss things. I'd like to bring him back on docket day. I think we can get this resolved this cycle.
We'll continue this matter for a plea or continue on 6/17 at 9 a.m.
Thank you, Judge. 6/17. So this Friday. 10. Your mom. The next case I have, Judge, is Robin Grantham. She is before the court on 23 CF 928 and 23 CF 1073. Judge, we're going to just continue this case to the next cycle. I believe the parties are in agreement to continue it.
State,
That is the state's agreement, Your Honor.
court will continue this matter until 8/12 at 9 a.m.
The next case, Judge, is Erica Gray. Judge, if we can bring Ms. Gray back on Monday. I've spoken with the states. Ms. Gray has completed a treatment program, and we're going to incorporate that into a resolution in her case. And if we can bring her back on docket day, we possibly resolve this cycle.
So we'll come back on 6/17 for a plea or continue.
The next case, Judge, is Wendy Green, 23 CF 1997. She is present and approaching. I've been in contact with the states. They're in agreement to doing PTI as a resolution of that. Ms. Green is going to meet with me in my office on Friday, go over the terms and conditions of this, and then we'll be entering the PTI on Monday, on 6/17.
Very good. We'll come back on 6/17 for a plea.
The next case, Judge, is Jason Hildebrandt, before the court on 24 CF 361. I received the call this morning and I confirmed it as well. He's actually in the emergency room. So I would ask this to move this to 6/17, just to see his status and see if we can come to a resolution on that date.
We'll come back on 6/17 at 9 a.m.
Thank you.
for a plea or continue.
The next case is Pamela Hinson, before the court on 23 CF 818. There's a waiver of appearance in her case. The only matter that's outstanding is the deposition of the victim in this matter. He resides out of state. The court may recall her bond hearing. But after that deposition is complete, then all discovery will be completed. We'd be ready for a plea or a trial. So I'd ask to move this to August 12th.
So we'll do one more full cycle.
Yes, sir.
Continue this till 8/12 at 9 a.m.
The next case I have is Jerry Howard. She's before the court on 23 CF 2796. I received confirmation that she's actually in an inpatient treatment program, Road to Recovery. I'm going to ask to continue this to August the 12th to see her continued improvement in that program and whether or not we can incorporate that to the ultimate resolution.
Court will continue that until 8/12.
The next case is Jason Hudson. Mr. Hudson is present and approaching before the court on 24 CF 203. Judge, this is a relatively new case to me. I'm going to ask to move this to August 12th so that I can meet with Mr. Hudson and discuss how he would like to proceed.
State?
The state has no objection, Your Honor.
State will continue this matter until 8/12 at 9 a.m. Just meet with your
The next case, Judge, is Joshua Huerta. There's a waiver of appearance in his case. It's 23 CF 1503. He's an active duty Air Force sergeant. He is making progress in getting his license reinstated. He's actually got a pending appointment with Tallahassee to finalize that, given that these are driving offenses. I'm hopeful that that will ultimately come to a resolution on August the 12th, Judge.
We'll continue this matter until August 12th at 9 a.m.
The next case is Todd Hunt, 23 CF 576. He is present and approaching. Judge, I have filed a motion to dismiss in this particular case. It's in the queue to get a hearing date as well. Hopefully I can get that within the week, but I would ask to move this to August 12th.
State.
No objection, Your Honor.
Without objection, the court will continue until 8:12 in anticipation of the motion, to hear the motion to dismiss.
Thank you, Judge. Yep. The next case is Condaris Jackson. Mr. Jackson is present and approaching, 23 CF 1887. I have spoken with the states, and I think the parties are in agreement to continue this case. I think the state's wanting to proceed forward with the trial of the co-defendant first, so I'd ask to move this to August the 12th.
State? Is that right?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll continue this till 8:12 at 9 a.m.
The next case is Chantel Johnson. She is before the courts on 23 CF 1810 and 23 CF 1863. There's a waiver of appearance in her case. Your Honor, if we may approach on this.
May.
For more than 70 years, the sweet aroma of the Crestview Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs has permeated the downtown area. If you have not experienced the unique flavor of Crestview's Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs, then I encourage you to join us for lunch.
Continue this matter
Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m. Friday.
The next case, Judge, is William Kalinowski, 24 CF 190. He is present and approaching. I provided my contact information, Mr. Kalinowski. This is a pretty new case to me, Judge. I'd ask for full cycle continuance.
Court will continue this matter till 8:12 at 9 a.m.
The next case I have, Judge, is Michael Meyerholtz. He is present and approaching. This is another new case to me, Judge. I would ask for a full cycle continuance. I just provided my contact information and introduced myself this morning, and I would ask to continue this.
Court will continue till 8:12 at 9 a.m. Make sure and communicate with your attorney in the interim, okay?
The next case I have, Judge, is Angelica Starkweather. She's before the court on 23 CF 19, 23 CF 533, 23 CF 587, and 23 CF 944. Ms. Starkweather has been in an inpatient treatment program. By all accounts, she's been doing really well. I'm going to ask to do the deposition of one of the victims in this matter, so I would ask for a full cycle continuance if the state and the court is agreeable.
State.
No objection from the state.
Court will continue this matter until 8:12 at 9 a.m.
The next case I have, Judge, is Jonathan Wallace. Judge, if we can bring Mr. Wallace back on docket day, I think we just need to go over video, and I'm going to ask Mr. Wallace to show up in my office on this Friday, so we can review this body cam. I think that's been at issue, and then see where we can go from there, Judge.
Very good. We'll come back on docket day 617 for a plea or continue.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. It'll be this Friday. I don't know what day that is. Friday will be...
So the 17th at 9 o'clock?
Yeah, that'll be next court, but this 14th. And the last case I have, Judge, is 23 CF 1876, Kelly Young. There's a waiver of appearance in her case. I would ask for a full cycle continuance. We're trying to get the deposition of one of the third-party members, and I'm just having some difficulty in getting a hold of him.
State.
Young, Kelly Young. No, it's a client.
I apologize, it wasn't on the list.
That's all right.
What's going on with it?
I'm fine. I think in discussion with the state, if we can bring him back on docket day, Judge.
We'll come back on August 12th at 9 a.m.
I think the state is asking to leave it for docket day, Judge, if we can.
Okay.
Yeah, for plea or continue.
Very good. 617, plea or continue.
Thank you, Judge. That's all I have this morning.
Thank you.
Your Honor, may I call Steve Barger before the court? He is docket number 250 with a plea agreement in 24 CF 460.
Okay.
It is on this.
Hold on just a second.
Yes, sir.
Get organized here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Mr. Jardine, I need your signature.
Hey, Steve. That's the other one, Steve.
Tricia needs to be called, and Michael Weinstock's client showed up, so can you do one and then let them go? Is that possible? Go ahead. That's fine.
May I approach, Judge?
You may.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Your Honor, Mr. Steve Barger, in 24 CF 440, has entered a plea and sentence agreement for a plea of no contest with an adjudication of guilt to a lesser included offense, possession of drug paraphernalia on count 1. The reference is given, and to count 2 as charged, which is a DUI misdemeanor. There'll be 11 months, 29 days concurrent probation. JCS will be doing the supervision. Could we have a card for JCS, sir? And 50 hours community service. There'll be a $1,000 fine, 6 months driver's license suspension, DUI school, victim impact panel, 10-day vehicle impound, 6-month ignition interlock, maintain gainful employment or complete 2 applications per week, 50173 court costs, 150 public defender fees, and that is the agreement, Your Honor.
State.
That is the state's agreement, Your Honor.
Mr. Barger, would you raise your right hand, sir? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
So, Mr. Barger, you heard your attorney state the terms of the plea agreement, and those same terms are contained in the written plea agreement that you've signed. I just want to make sure you understand and you're entering into this voluntarily. So have you read this plea agreement closely?
Yes, I have.
Gone over it in detail with your attorney? Make sure you had all your legal questions answered about it.
Yes.
Importantly, you're waiving some valuable legal rights, the right to go to a trial, force the state to prove their case, confront witnesses, all those things you're waiving in order to get a final resolution in your case. Do you believe that's in your best interest?
Yes.
And you have had all your legal questions answered regarding this?
Yes.
And you're entering this freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
Based upon that testimony, the court will accept your plea, and there'll be an adjudication of guilt as to count 1 on the lesser included offense of possession of drug paraphernalia, and to count 2, which is the DUI, as charged. And on both of these, the court will sentence you to 11 months, 29 days probation. They'll be served concurrent, same time. They'll be with JCS to supervise. In addition, there's 50 hours of community service, $1,000 fine, 6 months driver's license suspension, DUI school, victim impact panel, 10-day vehicle impound, 6 months ignition interlock, and you must maintain gainful employment or 3 applications a week. Plus you got the court cost and fees that will be due during the term of the probation. Questions?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor. Matthew S. Alford is before the court, Your Honor, with a plea agreement in 245 is the docket, 24 CF 270. May I approach with the agreement, Your Honor?
You may.
And I apologize, I don't have extra copies for probation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Would you please announce the agreement?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm just pulling it up on my phone. Your Honor, under the terms of the agreement, Mr. Alford in 24 CF 270 will be pleading no contest. There will be adjudication of guilt as charged, 24 months regular probation. There's an asterisk at the bottom. It says automatic early termination at 12 months if fully complies with no violations. There's a $561 and 67 cents restitution to Walmart, 515 court costs, 48 hours community service with a minimum of 8 hours per month until complete. No trespass at Walmart on 1500 East John Sims Parkway in Niceville. 268 and 80 cents cost of investigation to Niceville PD. Maintain gainful employment or complete 3 applications per week. Anti-theft course. And Your Honor, I think I failed to put the public defender's 150 public defender fees, including the $50 application to the clerk. Can the court interlineate that? Or? Thank you.
Sure.
See?
So, Mr. Alford, would you raise your right hand, sir? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Is the state in agreement with the plea?
The state is in agreement, Your Honor.
Okay, so Mr. Alford, you heard your attorney state the terms of your plea agreement. Those terms are contained in the written plea agreement that you've signed. Are you okay, Mr. Medina, with the
Yes, sir.
the score sheet? So, Mr. Alford, you heard your attorney state the terms. You understand that by entering into this plea agreement, you're waiving several rights, but importantly, you're waiving the right to go to a trial, force the state to prove their case.
Yes, sir.
You believe this is in your best interest?
Yes, sir.
Have you read this plea agreement closely and had all your legal questions answered by your attorney?
Yes, sir.
And you, after hearing these and the legal impact on you, you believe this is in your best interest to enter into this?
Yes, sir.
And you're entering this freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Based upon that testimony, the court will accept your plea. There'll be an adjudication of guilt as charged, and you're sentenced to 24 months regular probation. And you will have automatic early termination halfway through at 12 months if you fully comply with the terms and there's no violations.
Yes, sir.
So in addition, though, as a part of that, you've got restitution to Walmart, $561.67, court cost, public defender fee, cost of investigation, and in addition, you've got 48 hours of community service, no trespass at Walmart. You definitely need to make sure to do that, and then maintain employment and have an anti-theft class. Questions, any of that?
Your Honor, there's a private counsel with a plea, so I think I need to step aside so she can do that plea, and I'll do my continuances after lunch.
Okay. Ms. Grant?
Thank you. So Mr. Grant is here, Your Honor. So Cameron Xavier Grant in cases 23 CF 2206 and 23 CF 2221. He's approaching. And Your Honor, we have come to resolution in this case where Mr. Grant would like to withdraw his previous.
Where's Mr. Grant? Oh, come on.
He's on his way.
Okay, that's all right.
In case 23 CF 2206, in count 1, he will be pleading as charged.
Do you have, by any chance, have an extra copy of that?
I did print out a typed copy, but I only have one written, so.
That's all right.
Should I go through it first and then hand it to you after?
That's all right.
Thank you, Your Honor, I apologize. In case 23 CF 2206, he'll be pleading to count 1, uttering a forged instrument as charged, will be receiving a withhold of adjudication, and be sentenced to 24 months probation. Be required to do an online anti-theft course, have no contact or trespassing with the alleged victim. There'll be restitution of $100, $515 court costs, $150 fees, and this case will run all counts and cases concurrent to case 23-221. And in case 23 CF 221, you'll be receiving a withhold of adjudication, be sentenced to 24 months probation as to count 1, which is uttering a forged instrument, and then as to counts 4 and 5, which are petty theft and conspiracy to commit a felony, as charged, they would be receiving 12 months probation to run concurrently. Still do an anti-theft course online, no contact or trespassing with the alleged victim, restitution of $100, court costs of $515, and fees of $150. Again, all counts and cases will run concurrent, specifically to 23-2206. He will be pleading no contest, will receive a withhold of adjudication. If I may approach with the plea agreement and the score sheet.
Your Honor, that's the state's agreement.
And I apologize, Your Honor, part of the plea counts 2 and 3 in case 23 CF 221 will be dismissed, will be null prost.
I was wondering what those two were. I was waiting to look at it. It's easier when you're tracking it and following.
I had it nicely typed, but then I
Now you have to make me remember all that you said and then try to read through this. Okay. Should be dismissed? Okay, that's charged. So all of these counts, all these probationary periods are all being served concurrently?
That's correct.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. So it's a total of 24 months?
That's correct, Your Honor.
And then as to the 2 misdemeanors, it could only be the 12 months.
Correct. Okay. Mr. Grant, would you raise your right hand, sir? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Yes, sir. Okay, so and defense is okay with the score sheet?
Yes, sir, and then there's an amended score sheet.
And, okay. So, Mr. Grant, you heard your attorney state the terms of your plea agreement. And I was just reviewing the written plea agreement, and it says the same thing. And I see that you've signed this. So my first question is, did you read this closely and go over it in detail with your attorney? Make sure you understand all the legal issues regarding this.
Yes, sir.
And you understand that by entering into this plea agreement, you're waiving some valuable legal rights, the right to go to a trial, the right to force the state to prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt, Those are all valuable rights. You're waiving those so you can get a final adjudication of this matter here today. Is that
Yes,
what you
sir.
want to do?
Yes, sir.
You believe that this is in your best interest?
Yes, sir.
Are you entering into this freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
Nobody twisted your arm to get you to
No, sir.
buy into this? Okay. Very good. Based upon that, the court will accept your plea agreement. And as to count one, was the only count in 23 CF 2206, there'll be a withhold of adjudication and you're sentenced to 24 months probation. You must complete an online anti-theft course and no contact or trespass. You actually don't put exactly where on that.
That would be for the one count to Sammy's Club.
You gotta write it down here. It needs to be in detail because with these no contacts and no trespass, you need to pay real close attention to those because if you violate those, they'll immediately pull you in and they take all that real seriously. So
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
you need to understand.
I'll write it above.
No good going on anyway, Sammy's.
Yes, sir.
All you do is get in trouble.
Yes, sir.
And for the other case, I'll write that in as well, and that would be Fuddfuckers.
Okay, so you got the no trespass, obviously that's important, and no contact at Sammy's Club, the restitution of $100, court costs, etc. As to the other case, 23 CF 2221, the also withhold of adjudication, and there's five counts on that one. Two of them, 2 and 3, are dismissed. So you only have 3 counts. All of these are being as charged. Count one, which is uttering a forged instrument. Number 4 is petty theft. Number 5 is conspiracy to commit a felony. Those are all withhold of adjudication. And there'll be, again, 24 months probation as to count 1. The other 2 are misdemeanors, and so you can only be sentenced to 12 months probation, and all of these will be served concurrent. So it's basically 24 months of probation.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Again, anti-theft course, no contact, trespass. Where are we no trespassing that?
Fuddfuckers and Destiny.
Fuddfuckers and Destiny.
I wrote that in.
And again, restitution of $100, court costs and fees, and again, they're all concurrent. Okay, stay in good contact with your probation officer, that's the key to this thing, okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
24 months is a long time, you get bored, stop doing these, all of a sudden you come back in and say, start trying to violate.
No coming back in, sir.
Okay, that's good, I'd like to hear that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
That concludes my cases, maybe excuse.
You may, thank you.
Thank you for allowing me to recall that.
Sure.
Thank you.
Your Honor, Mr. Justin Brown is in the courtroom. He was looking for Mr. Weinstock, and court security was letting me know that Mr. Brown got in touch with Mr. Weinstock, and I don't know that Mr. Weinstock is going to be coming back to the courthouse today. I don't know if the court wants to hear from Mr. Brown.
Well, I understand there's a plea agreement,
There is, Your
and
Honor.
I can't take the plea agreement without his attorney being here.
That would be correct, Your Honor.
Well, I'm going to give you just a little bit of rope because your attorney's not here. Normally, I don't ever let somebody talk without their attorney, but you came from out of town, so I'm going to give you just a little bit. But I don't want you to say, because I don't want you to say something that you're going to hurt your case. I'm not trying to.
Yes, sir. So I drove like since 2, 3 o'clock this morning, and my attorney, I called him. He said he's not coming back today, so I'm gonna have to reset and then come drive all the way back again and not work. And then I already set my plea deal, and I'm told my lawyer like I'm willing to fire him, and so I could say I represent myself and I take my plea with you right now. If that's fine with you, Your Honor.
You know, the problem is, I don't
I'm
think
sorry,
that the
I'm
court can do that without doing the Feretta inquiry and all
It's
that.
more complicated than you think. I understand your situation.
Can I ask you another question then? Or can you reschedule, and can I do a Zoom? Cause I work in the oil field, I work, sir, and I'm missing work, and I drive, this is an 18-hour drive, I'm finna drive in 24 hours, like back home, so can I do a Zoom and set my plea on Zoom? Please, sir?
I don't want to set a bad precedent. But I acknowledge the fact that you're, hold on, just let me see something.
Your Honor, the issue with.
Hold on. Okay, here's what I'm gonna ask you to do. I'm gonna ask you to, come back here, go out and have some lunch, come back here around 1:30, and I'm gonna see if we can get Mr. Weinstock back here.
Yeah, sure. That's fine with the state. The state will be in the courtroom at 1:30.
He said he's not coming back for today, sir. He said he got appointments.
Yeah, sometimes when you ask him stuff, when the court asks him, he's a little easier. Sometimes we'll.
He's going to make sure he comes back.
I'm gonna do my best.
All right, thank you, sir.
And Your Honor, I'm sorry, I do also have one other matter, not for Mr. Brown's case, to bring up. Michaela Crandall is, court security has also notified Ms. Crandall's in the courtroom. That's 22 CF 3015. She's supposed to be on the docket today. I don't see her on the docket, but I know her benchmark says she's scheduled for 6:10. And she is without an attorney at this point because Mr. Arrowwood withdrew from her case. So I don't know if the court wants to address her now or after.
No, we can do it. What's the case now? It's Crandall?
Yes, Your Honor, it's 22 CF 3015 is the case number.
Is Ms. Crandall here? Where are you at? Come on up.
Yeah, she was raising her hand here.
What's the case number?
22 CF 3015.
Okay. So I know Mr. Arrowhead has withdrawn from the case, and that order's been signed, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you planning on getting another attorney?
I'm in the midst of doing so. He's trying to help me with Mr. Dew.
Okay, because I know it's unusual circumstances, and the courts understands it. Why don't we go ahead and we're going to continue your case until the next cycle, which is August 12th at 9 a.m. That'll give you a chance to meet up with your new attorney and whatnot, okay?
Thank you so much.
And when he or she knows it, but when he gets hired stuff, he or she will make an appearance, and then they'll get notice of the next term. But just tell him or her August 12th.
Okay, thank you.
Okay? Thank you. You can have this back there.
Your Honor, there's a Johnny Hill that's present. He just doesn't want to leave. He had received a court date in the mail, but I believe that his case was already taken care of prior. He just doesn't want to leave the courtroom.
Who's his attorney?
It was Mr. Gates, I believe. It was listed.
I'm just not sure what.
It's 24 CF 679 is the case.
But it's under the attorney's name, that's why I'm asking. I can't find it.
He's not on the docket. He had received a paper in the mail to come to court today, but his case was already taken care of. He's actually under supervision with me.
Okay, so the case was resolved?
Yes.
Okay, why don't we confirm that? Does he have a case number?
Your Honor, it looks like there was a criminal correct for Mr. Hill. Is that what occurred?
Do you have a?
That was okay.
Do you have a case number again?
24 CF 679.
Yes, Your Honor, it looks like we handled Mr. Hill's case on May 16th at plea day.
Okay, so his case is resolved, and he's on probation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so
He just didn't want to be.
I appreciate that, and you're good. Just stay in good contact with your probation officer. You do not have to be here. Sorry for the confusion of you getting a notice. Okay, we do need to take a break for lunch. Mr. Medina, is there, if there's one or two you want to try and do real quick?
I can my continuances, but
If I can jump in, I've got one that traveled out of state. I told them they need to be here. I'm going to take them
Okay.
for lunch. The only reason I'm taking is because they traveled out of
That's
state.
all right.
Your Honor, this is going to be Gerald King.
Give me just a second.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. King's case number is 24 CF 414.
Got it.
Yes, Your Honor. I filed a waiver in Mr. King's case and explained he didn't need to be here today. However, he felt more comfortable coming in and letting the judge know that he was going to cooperate and participate in all the court dates that he needed to. So
Appreciate you doing that. Where are you traveling from?
Detroit, Michigan.
Detroit. That's a long way.
Yes, Your Honor, and I explained to him that as long as he stays in touch with me, I can file waivers, which means he would not be present in court. My intent at this point is to continue his case, to look to schedule depositions. He did mention there's some body camera that may be missing from a Deputy Sumner on the case, so the state can make a note to look for that.
The state will look into that.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Well, just, the main thing is stay in good contact with your attorney, and if he files a waiver, and he'll tell you, he's very experienced, he'll tell you when you gotta be here, he'll tell you gotta be here. But I appreciate you coming all the way down. You don't need to stay for a little while and enjoy the beach.
Thank you, Your Honor. And Madam Clerk, we have a sheet for him just so that he knows August the 12th.
Sir, when is that?
I'll take the rest after lunch, Your Honor. It's going to get a bit frustrating, but we'll get that.
Okay. So we'll break for lunch, we'll come back. What time is it? We'll take an hour, so it'll be 1:45. We'll return.
All right, please. We're going to recess